Hello, dear students. Very good morning to you all. In today's class, I teach you some more topics from the topic named pointers. In today's class, first I teach you the topic named pointers and strings. Before learning this topic, whatever I taught, important topics I revised for you so that you can understand today's topic. In the last class, I taught you incrementing and decrementing pointers. For as possible to increment the pointers also, for as possible to decrement the pointers also. But you cannot divide or you cannot multiply. If you increment the integer pointer, 2 bytes will be added. If you increment the float pointer, 4 bytes will be added. If you increment the character pointer, 1 byte will be added. Similarly for subtraction, 2 bytes will be subtracted, 4 bytes will be subtracted, 1 byte will be subtracted. One simple question to you. Just try to answer to my question. Int n equals to 5. N is a variable. It is having the value 5. Name of this one is n. Address is 8000. I need one pointer. Int asterisk IP. Integer pointer equals to address of n. What is the memory occupied by integer pointer now? 2 bytes. 2 bytes. One more question to you. This is float type of variable. Float answer equals to 4.5. Now answer is a variable. It is having the value 4.5. Name of this one is answer. Let us assume address of this variable is 9000. If you want to store the address of it, we need float pointer fp. In this float pointer I store the address of answer, that is 9000 will be stored. My question is that this float pointer will take how many bytes? How many bytes? How many bytes? Can you tell me? This float variable will take 4 bytes. Like that, this float pointer will take how many bytes? In this example, n will take 2 bytes, integer pointer also takes 2 bytes. In this example, answer takes 4 bytes. If it takes how many bytes? 4? No, 2 bytes. Yes, your answer is correct. How many bytes? Float pointer is of which type? Float type. But it will hold the address. Address is integer. Address is in the form of integer. That means float pointer also takes 2 bytes only. Such questions will be asked in the Viva Vosa during practical examination or in technical round also. One more question to you. I hope you are going to answer correctly this time. Char ch equals to in single quote a. This is character variable and contents is a and the name of the variable is ch. Assume address is 10,000 and I define one character pointer. Okay, character pointer equals to address of ch. Same question to you. Now character pointer takes how many bytes? How many bytes? 2 bytes only. Because address of the character variable is also integer. To store that integer, we need 2 bytes only. That means the conclusion is that pointer might be of the type integer, pointer might be of the type float, pointer might be of the type character. Always pointer variable will take 2 bytes only. This is what I want to explain. I hope you understood. Very good. All of you are intelligent. Keep it up. Okay, I start today's topic. What is today's topic? Pointers and strings. As I told you already in my last class, for us possible to use pointers with arrays also, as I taught in my last class. You can use pointers with strings also. I give one simple example for you. This knowledge helps you while learning data structure subject. No problem at all. Not only that subject, helps you a lot while learning other subjects also. Programmers can use pointers with strings also, so that you can write efficient programs. One simple question. What is that? Char str of nothing. Good morning has been stored here. Size will be taken by the machine automatically, one according to the contents of that string variable. Now print this good morning on monitor by using pointers. By using pointers. That is the question. Example for pointers and strings to display the string on monitor. But the condition is that by using pointer you have to print. I need one character pointer, char asterisk cp, int I, no problem. How the good morning will be stored? Like this, GOOD space MORNING. Str of 0 is having G, str of 1 is having O, str of 2 is having O, and each array element will have the address 8000, all the characters 1 byte, 8001, 8002, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now I want to print good morning. I need the address of the first array element 8000. That is what I stored here. CP is a character pointer. We will get the address of the first array element. What is that? 8000. What is CP now? 8000. Address of the first array element. Now what I do? Already I told how to read it. Value at address means value at address 8000. Value at address 8000 is G. G not equals to null? Yeah. Print at value at address. G is printed. CP plus plus means pointer will be added by 1, 8001. Value at address 8001 is not equals to null? Yeah. O will be printed. 8002. Value at address 8002 is not equals to null? Yeah. 8003? Yeah. 8004 not equals to null? Space will be printed. Not equals to null? Not equals to null? Till we get the null value. Whenever we get the null value, stops. What we did here? By using pointer variable, we have printed the contents of string variable. I taught you many string programs without using built-in function. You can write all the programs, but the condition is that using pointer variables. Try by your own so that you will become a good efficient programmer. I hope you have understood. This is what the topic, pointers and strings. Once you get the address of the first memory, definitely you are able to get the other addresses. You are able to get other addresses means you are able to get the value at address. This is what the concept while working with the pointers. I hope you have understood. If not, watch the video slowly once again, you will understand. Otherwise you can ask doubts to teachers, no problem at all. Okay. Next topic is arrays of pointers. Oh, what is this topic? Arrays of pointers. Sometimes I need 10 pointer variables, 100 pointer variables. Practically it is not possible to define those many pointer variables. Then why can't you define see here, int asterisk IP of 3. It is equivalent to we define 3 pointers. One is IP of 0, one more is IP of 1, one more is IP of 2. Instead of defining 3 pointer variables separately, I defined array of pointers. This is array of pointer. IP of 0 is the first pointer, IP of 1 is the second pointer, IP of 2 is the third pointer, like that. I have 3 variables, x, y, z. See here, x is having 100, y is having 200, z is having 300. Let us assume the addresses are 9000, 10,000 and 15,000. In the first array element of the pointer array, I store the address of x. Means 9000 will be stored here, 10,000 will be stored in IP1, 15,000 will be stored in IP2. Pointers we use to store the addresses. This is what we call array of pointers. Once you get addresses, definitely you are able to fetch the value, you are able to retrieve the value, you are able to get the value. Programmers can define arrays of pointers to store and process addresses of n number of variables while solving complex problem. It results into efficient program. Like this we can explain more in examination. Okay, let us see here. I will print the contents of x 100, y contains 200, z contains 300 without using pointer. Here I am printing with pointer. Address of x will be stored in IP of 0, 9000. Value at address 9000, 100. Address of y will be stored in IP of 1, 10,000 will be stored. Value at address 10,000, 200. Address of z 15,000 will be stored in IP of 2. Value at address, sorry I have not changed the names here. This is y. This one is what? Z. That's all. This is what simple example I have given for array of pointers. Means first I taught you pointers and strings. Before that this simple topic. Just only I taught you array of pointers. One more topic. Pointers to pointers. Oh my god, it helps you to develop complex data types in data structure in higher semester. Pointers to pointers. What is this topic? See here. N is a normal variable, it is having 7. It is having the address 9000. Assume. I want to store the address of this variable. I need one pointer. This pointer is also a variable, as I told you already. In this pointer we store the address of the first variable. That is what? Ampersand n. Okay. Now pointer variable is also a address variable. Pointer is also a variable. It is also having an address. Assume 10,000. I want to store this address somewhere. Then I need pointer to pointer. Pointer to pointer will have the address of pointer. But to define pointer to pointer, we need to use dereference operator twice. Now what I do? Here I store the address of pointer variable. See the example. Address of n is stored in pointer variable. Address of pointer is stored in pointer to pointer. Understood? See here. Address of n 9000. 9000 is stored in IP. Address of pointer IP is 10,000. That is stored in IPP. This is what we call pointer to pointer. Not only pointer to pointer, even go for pointer to pointer to pointer also. 3 times you have to use asterisk. No end for it. Confusion starts for programmer. But by using such things only you are able to write efficient programs. I hope you understood. What is pointer to pointer? While solving complex problems, it is necessary for the programmer to store and process the address of pointers, and is possible by defining pointer to pointer. Int n equals to 7. Yeah, 9000 is the address, 7 is the value. IP equals to address of n. Okay, value at address IP 7. Value at address IPP, value at address that. Means value at address IPP 10,000. Value at address 10,000, 9,000. What is the value at address 9,000? N. Here I am printing the contents of n using pointer. Here I am printing the contents of n using pointer to pointer. That's why I used it twice. I hope you understood. Little bit confusion. No confusion at all. Watch the video once again. Definitely you understand. Take a paper, draw the memory space and name, value, address. Think slowly. Definitely you understand. Thank you. In the next video I teach you dynamic memory allocation. It's very important topic. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. Today I taught you how many topics? Pointers and strings, arrays of pointers, pointers to pointers. If you have any doubts, please ask.